going on. Uh, Sometimes some concerns about gaming, although admittedly not a lot of those. And what we'll do is we'll give you a sticker, and the sticker
I
will
like
talk
stickers.
about uh, stickers. Yes,
I
stickers
like
will talk
stickers.
about the accommodations you can get. Right.
Hmm.
Um, we've got a bunch of them. Our most popular product, the good old seat in line, end of row. Right, because these are for people that need an opportunity to sit down. They can't walk very far. Maybe they can't walk very long, right? And they need to be able to get a seat when they're waiting.
Right.
Right. The other part of that sticker is end of row. And a lot of times when you're seated in a ballroom or a panel room, like Leah said, you need an easy exit. You need to be able to get up and immediately escape for the exit, no matter, you know, for what reason it is. Right. We have a
Hmm.
sticker called um, wheelchair seating.
I
That's
can
Hmm.
pretty
imagine what that's for.
straightforward. If you're using a mobility device, need a special spot to sit, especially if you can't get out of your wheelchair, right? We
Right.
have we have something called proximity. Now,
Hmm.
proximity are for those folks who might have hearing difficulties, right?
Right.
Or might need the ability to have something akin to a straight on line to whatever it is that you're looking at, right?
Hmm.
That's less than 50 feet to screen,
Hmm.
right?
Specifically
Right.
to
We have
screen, it's worth noting.
specifically to screen, it says, right. The next thing we have is we have a sightline sticker. Sightline stickers are very rare for those disability circumstances where you need to sit in the front row of a ballroom,
Hmm.
right? Those are very rare. Those are deaf people that need access to interpreting, right?
Hmm.
Those are people with very specific conditions. And not everybody at Disability Services can get you one of those stickers. Alex and I are two of those people.
Okay.
Okay.
So
We
y'all
also have
need
a
it.
we have a safe space for service dog sticker, right?
Aw.
Because if you're bringing a service dog to the convention, right, you might need a safe place to put them.
Right.
Whether that for you is, you know, a couple of seats into the row, or somewhere all the way, maybe the back row in a section, or somewhere where you can keep the dog safe from harm and distraction.
Hmm.
Have I missed any?
I don't
I
think so.
don't
Proximity.
think so. I think you've got the main ones. There are a few others,
Right.
including the medical
Now,
tag, which
yeah,
is used for emergency info.
medical sticker, right?
Hmm.
And we
What's that
can,
one for?
um, if you have a condition that
Uh-uh.
you want people to know about, it's the equivalent of a medical alert bracelet,
Okay.
right? And
Yeah.
it has the medical symbol on it, right? So that if there's something you need people to know, you can write it on the back of the badge and it'll tell you.
Essentially, you can think of it this way. If we find you flopping around in the middle of a walking path, what should we know? It could just
Yes.
be that
Pretty
you're
much.
particularly floppy. Maybe that doesn't need notation. But if you are an epileptic, maybe you want to put that on there. Maybe you want to put a
Yeah.
bit of info.
That's
It's
probably a
only if
good
you really
idea.
need it.
Right.
And I will
Absolutely.
also say, folks, that is a really good idea. There have been people who have started falling out because of low or high or whatever. Their insulin's wrong.
Yep.
They're
Yep.
diabetic, so they're or hypoglycemic or whatever. So they need that because let me tell you, there's nothing scarier than somebody who starts going like sideways with their eyes kind of rolling up in their head or closing, and
Right.
you're in the middle of a panel going, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what do I do?"
I just figure I'm really
Because
boring, but sure.
well,
Now
possibly.
we do have disability stickers that are blank on the back. We can write
Hmm.
the reasonable accommodation you need.
Okay.
One of our more popular one of those that we've been doing a
Hmm.
lot the last few years is may we enter panel area after exiting, because someone will need to go to the bathroom, right?
Okay.
They need to empty a leg bag, they need to take medication, they need to step out for a minute to take care of something.
Hmm.
While they're out, someone comes in and takes their spot, and the guy doing door dragging duty isn't going to let you back in because they already let somebody in to take your spot. That sticker will prevent that guy from filling your spot while you're out for 4 or 5 minutes doing what you need to do.
But you do need to show the door dragon your sticker on the way out.
Yes, do
Yeah,
show
very
that. Do show that one. Yes, it's very important
Right.
for both parties, for panels. Most of the panels, well, even in some other
Now,
areas, the issue is that the panels can get full. There's
yeah.
no more seating. There might be overflow seating somewhere else, but there's no more seating in that ballroom or track room or wherever else you are. So
right,
that can be really
right.
important.
And it's important to remember that we do not require you to bring or submit medical documentation with regard to your impairment, right? Um, we appreciate your desire to want to be honest and give us up-to-date information,
Mhm.
but we can't keep that stuff because there's specific rules if we started to as to how we would need to keep it and what we would need to do with it, and that gets kind of expensive and complicated.
And I'm
And
not
I
going
will
to
tell
take
you,
care of that database. Thank you. No.
and you're not going to
Right.
take care of that database.
No.
No, no, no,
Uh,
absolutely not. Absolutely
But I
not.
would also
So
say
we
that, I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I would just say
This is
HIPAA
this is
rules
your
are
show. I'm
very,
just here
very
providing
hard.
content.
Right. I know. But
HIPAA rules are extremely specific when it comes to
right.
medical information retention, and it's part of why we do not necessarily recognize you from year to year when you return to us, unless you're a frequent flyer and we notice you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Right. There you go.
And
So just
and
FYI, that's
every
why they don't
year
want it.
you may have a different need this year from last year,
Absolutely.
right?
Mhm.
So it's always a good thing to stop by and see us and talk to us about the reasonable accommodation you need.
Mhm. And we just talked about something, which was that you need to be able to see something from 50 feet away. That's when
Um,
you might want to be closer, but there aren't closer seats. So what do you do?
well, see, here's the thing with the stickers. The
Hmm.
stickers in a ballroom or a panel room are gonna allow you to load early. Now, it's really important that we talk about this in the correct way because even in the disability waiting area, which the sticker is going to
Hmm.
allow you to use, there are line caps, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Specifically in the larger media area ballrooms, the ballroom captains from our department are going to use tickets,
Hmm.
right? There's going to be a certain number of tickets available for the people in the waiting area for any particular panel. When those tickets are gone, you don't get in. So it's really important that you plan ahead for the things that you want to see.
Hmm.
Because it used to be maybe 12 years ago
12
uh,
years ago.
when Alex and I were first here, there was a big thing. If you were there at the time the previous panel let out, you were pretty much guaranteed a seat.
Hmm.
Well, people with disabilities have grown 35% since then,
Yeah.
right?
And that's
I,
not just
I
their
So
totally.
mass.
right. So coming out of COVID, we were forced to institute line caps,
Yeah.
right?
And and let's also talk about also with the line caps. If you're someone who needs someone to be with you, you need an assistant or a helper.
Right,
How
right.
many can you have?
Well,
10, 12?
we allow you 1 minion to load with you in any function space area. All right.
Hmm.
Not including minor children. We're not going to separate families away from people. So if you're bringing your 2 kids, we'll seat the 2 kids, you and your minion, right? But it's one per person, right?
Right. One per
Unless
person.
unless your disability requires you to have more than one. Believe it or not, we've had one of those requests already,
Mhm.
Oh boy.
right? It does happen,
Right.
but everybody gets a minion to go with them.
Yes. One minion, only one. I like the
Mhm.
minion. That's a good answer.
Yep.
Okay. And a lot of people I've heard in the past who didn't listen to maybe this episode of 50 Days or didn't look at any of the policies of Dragon Con before they showed up, i.e., probably 90% of Dragon Con attendees, members, sorry, won't read this, and they'll be like, yeah, but they're going to get all the front row seats. I've been here for an hour and a half waiting on this, and I want to make sure I get a front. That's why I got here so early. I want to be here for the front row.
Right.
So how does disability services do that? Because you are preloading people
Yes.
with disabilities. Or
Well,
yeah.
here's the thing about that. I also have a general line that has also been standing there for just as much time,
Right.
wanting to figure out how to get a front row seat.
Mm-hmm.
The guarantee that disability services provide you within the bounds of our cap is that you're in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Unless otherwise specified, no sticker is valid forward of the fifth row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 aren't for you unless your sticker says something specific. We do have some disabilities where I'm going to give them a blank sticker that says eligible for third row.
Okay.
I've done that, right? So unless your sticker says, right, the farthest up towards the front you're going to be able to get is the fifth row, because your guarantee is you're going to be in the room when
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be a few hundred people that might not be.
Right. Okay.
And
So
I want to be
then-
clear. I want
Yes.
to be clear. The reason that we are loading before the general line goes in is not because we like you better or because you're a better person. It's because if we didn't, you'd never get in the door. It's a matter of convenience, not a matter of eligibility or equity. It's just because otherwise it wouldn't
Right.
happen at all. So
Right.
Now,
try
Lee,
not
because
to
you
get,
mentioned
entitled about it.
Yes,
and
do not
because
get
you
entitled
mentioned
about
it,
it.
I want to be very clear to all the listeners, right?
Mhm.
If we gave you a disability sticker and you're going into a venue, the final person that decides where you sit is either the track director in that room or the disability services person in that room. And you are required as a condition of the sticker to do what they tell you,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
So, and we have this every year. I'm trying to get ahead of it so that everybody understands. When a ballroom captain says, I need you to move here, you need
Right.
to do that. Failure to do that will cause us to talk to security about you not being in the room
Safety.
anymore.
Safety.
Right. Safety. Sorry. You're
Yeah,
correct.
we don't have
The
a
guys
security.
with the
So,
shot rod,
so,
the hammer.
so many events and so many names.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
After
We will
25
contact.
plus years, it's all kind of blue.
Right. We will contact safety, right,
Mhm.
and discuss you not being in the room at all.
Right.
So I want to remind everyone that when you're in an area where a track director is giving direction or a disability services person is giving direction, you need to pay attention to them.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Let's pay attention.
And
Right.
it's nice because if you do pay attention and you're cooperative, you know what? Things can sometimes work out better for you
Yeah.
in the long
Good
run.
things. Good things can happen to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
And
now,
we especially want to make sure that people know that it's all about planning ahead, because like every Dragon Con, there's always that one event.
oh
The
my.
guest is only appearing one time and for 50 minutes, right?
Oh, good.
If that
Yes.
if that thing is real important to you, right? Plan ahead.
Mhm. Right.
Now,
Exactly.
that having been said, I'm going to do the other thing, right?
Mhm.
Every year, Lee and I and Alex, we all have seen it. You're going to Dragon Con and you're thinking to yourself, I got this. I got everything I need.
Mhm.
I got my mobility device. I'm hydrating. I got a plan. Everything's going great. I don't need disability services. I've got a plan.
Mm.
And sometime in the middle of Saturday morning,
Okay.
the plan completely falls apart because it meets the enemy.
Yeah. No
Right.
plan survives first contact with the enemy. Yep.
Right. Guys, don't hesitate to come to us the minute you think you you might need a problem, right?
Mhm.
I'd rather do an assessment and have you have a sticker and have you not need to use any of its benefits
Right.
than have you need it and not have it.
Right.
So
And
to that end,
mhm,
during the weekend of the event, there are several places where you can get them.
that's what I was going to
Right?
ask. Yeah.
On,
So,
on Thursday, we all want people to come and see us at the Cortland Grand, especially in our new digs at the Capitol Ballroom.
In the
Right? You're
back.
going to hear that. We're not in the
right.
same place that we used to be. When you come in those doors off of the big line and you go to the right, we were right there. We were in that space. Nah, they've
Yeah.
given us an actual ballroom space, right,
Woo-hoo!
to do all of our assessments in. So instead, you're going to go to the left and you're going to look for the Capitol Ballroom,
Right.
right? And in the Capitol Ballroom, we're going to have things set up so that some people can go just pull up to a table and pick up their badge and get an assessment and get out the door, right? We're doing our best to eliminate people waiting around. I don't
Mhm.
want you waiting around waiting to talk to me. I want you at Dragon Con having a good time. So the
Right.
faster we can get you out of our area of operation, the happier everyone's going to be, including you. But all weekend long, we're going to be doing it there. But if you get
Right.
stuck, right, and you're in a bind,
Mhm.
find the major ballroom in the hotel you're in. The ballroom captains can do an assessment and give you a sticker.
Okay.
So in the
Now,
Marriott, go
right.
see Amy in the atrium,
Mhm.
right?
Those are
In
the
the
really
Hyatt,
big rooms. Right.
right? In the Hyatt, go see Dustin, right? All the major ballrooms during the day have disability captains who can
Mhm.
make arrangements to get you a sticker. We're going to plant you in a chair. You're going to be able to rest. It's going to be safe. It's going to be quiet. And then we're going to come, we're going to do the assessment, and we're going to get you rolling.
I gotta say one thing. If you're doing that while, because the plan's gone kaput in the middle of the day, you cannot promise quiet. Because if you're on the atrium level at the Marriott, it's very long until you get behind the doors. Because the Hyatt and the Hilton and the Marriott are Portman buildings, which means you stand in the middle of the floor and you look up and it goes straight up to the top. You'll see a little
Mhm.
skylight or whatever. That was what Portman did. So
Now,
just be prepared that you're probably going to be quieter if you go on Thursday to
yep.
there, and you might be
Oh,
friends.
earlier you do it, the better off you are. But if you're stuck, right,
Of your
the
stuff,
quick and
right?
dirt, the quick and dirty answer is see a guy in a ballroom. You can also go to the Eternals area
See
where
a
the
guy in the
Eternals pick up
ballroom.
their badges.
Let's see a guy about a thing.
Yeah,
See a
yeah. See
guy,
a guy about
I
a
gotta
thing.
see a guy about a thing.
See,
About
see the
being
Velociraptor.
doubled.
See the Velociraptor get a sticker. Come on.
The
How hard
Velociraptor
can
will
that
be in
be?
the Cortland. That will be easy to find. But
Yes.
See?
it,
Right.
it's worth noting, Todd brought up our new digs at the back of the Capitol Ballroom. I want to point out that we do have an advisory when you go to pick up your badge. If you
Mm-hmm.
can go through the main line, please do go through the main line. It is
Yeah.
these days surprisingly fast, and in fact,
Mm-hmm.
it has been faster than going through our line. So if you
Right.
can make it through the main line, go pick up your badge there, and then come over to us in the back
Mm-hmm.
of the ballroom, in the back of the Capitol, to get your assessment. You'll be in,
Yep.
you'll be out the door. You won't see us again.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to also say with that, if you do want to go through the line, but let's say you're in a wheelchair or a
Mm.
walker or something else where that little crazy
That's
mice maze.
that's why we're that's why we're saying that those people could be
Mhm.
encouraged to come directly to our area because we're setting something up specifically for them.
Right.
Our director of registration, Shannon, right?
Hmm.
Part of her thing in designing that area is a wheelchair accessible way to pull up
Right.
to a table and get your badge,
Right.
right? And
And
then you can get your assessment done and then you're out the door. You're not waiting for somebody to bring
no.
you a Grotix tablet,
Mhm.
right? So that we can sign you up, get your label printed, get it on the badge, and get it to you.
That's exactly
right?
right. And there,
Now,
sorry.
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, and if you want to, it's part of the Dragon Con experience to go to the big lines, which is kind of fun. But they have, if you look at the people right at that front door when you're going into badging, you can say, hey, I can't really go through those little things. What can you help me with? And they will help. Woo!
Yep.
Sorry. So, yeah, just FYI. And that's good.
Zan does have
Now,
a question in the chat, which is what
I
days?
I saw this before. It rotated around again. What days and times will DS be in the Eternals badge area? That is Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
Okay.
Only those 2 days.
Correct.
And the hours are
Now,
10 to 10 a.m. till.
whenever Eternals is open.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Same
Now,
hours as Eternal Badges. Okay.
if we're not there for whatever reason, they have a number of somebody to call, and most of the time it's me. Right. So I will come over in my wheelchair and assess you. You might sit and wait a few minutes, right? Because I might be in the Hyatt when they call me, right? But eventually I'm going to get there and I'm going to get you squared away.
Exactly. And it might take a
Does
minute,
that?
but hey, yeah. You're welcome, Zan. Glad we got that answer. And the other thing is, I think as we're talking about planning ahead and all of this, one of the things that you just brought up is no plan survives first contact. So I would just say, if you think you are going to need a scooter, it is a good idea to get that information because you might be thinking, just like my husband did about 7 years ago, that I'll be fine. I can roll myself in my wheelchair. He had had knee surgery. He couldn't walk on it. I can roll myself everywhere. By that first day at the end, he was like, yeah, this was stupid. And I went, well, honey, I thought I asked and you said it. And I had that voice on. Of course it's stupid. I told you it was stupid, which you don't really say to your significant other, but
I
you
do.
do have
That might
that.
be why I don't date much.
That might be why
See?
the
Yeah.
Velociraptor.
I think that might be
That's
that might
probably
be revelatory. I don't know.
Now,
that would be a big part of it.
your regular watchers and listeners might not know this, but I'm a wheelchair user, right? I'm a manual wheelchair user. I can't do Dragon Con all the way through as a manual wheelchair user anymore, right?
No.
In order to survive, I rent a device, right? And not for nothing, the value of renting that device is the value of me having a Dragon Con experience that I want. So
Right.
if you think you need that, right? Our Dragon Con scooter provider is Scootaround, and Scootaround has not changed their location. They are where they always have been, right? Which is on the far left-hand side of the area where disability services used to be. I think, I'm not sure, but it might be a Dragon Con store location now, right?
Well,
I
it
believe
might
But
be.
right
it
across
is.
from there, right next to the exit doors from badge pickup, is
That's where you want
Scootaround. And I highly encourage you to visit their website and make a reservation for a device.
Which
And
neatly
they.
provides a segue into what I'm going to point you to, which is the Disability Services Guide to DragonCon Wiki, which you'll find the
What?
URL in the chat right now. On the front page, you have a guide to many, many things at DragonCon, but in particular, contact info for Scootaround. Because if you
Yes.
think you might possibly, theoretically want a scooter, reserve it now because they might
Yes.
be out even as we speak.
And they sometimes, I know that they sometimes bring a few that, like, okay, in case we need to do one,
Oh, yeah.
they'll rent it right there. But those are a few.
Very
Okay.
few,
And this
Right.
is a Southern definition of few, which is usually around 5 to 10. Okay,
Now,
this isn't several, which can go up to 20. This is 5 to 10. So
are
be
those
careful
guys out there that are like, I don't want to rent a scooter. I don't know. It's gonna make me look silly. I remind you that one of our guests last year needed a scooter in the middle of the weekend. Denny Trejo, the toughest guy I've ever seen on film, drove around
Mhm.
in a Dragon Con scooter last year. So if he can do it, you can do it too.
Also, you'll
You'll
appreciate it come, Sunday,
yeah.
and your shoulders aren't killing you, and you're not like, "Oh my god, my knees are about to fall off. My hips have already disconnected. I left them at the Hyatt." It Yeah, get a
I left my
scooter.
hips
If you
there
can,
and
do it.
And
uh,
I'm paying attention to the chat, and the lady in the chat is absolutely right. If you have an accident after you get appropriate medical attention, please come to Disability Services and see us for what you need.
And tell us about how it
Disability
happened, because
Services,
I
unfortunately,
need
is
the
not
jolly.
a replacement for good medical attention.
no, no, it is not.
However,
No,
it's
No,
an
it is
it is
not.
not.
excellent adjunct to bad medical attention. So, if you'd
Yeah.
like some of that,
That's right.
And somebody just said the app has been updated with the new locations for disability services that are in the Cortland Grand. It is still on that ground basement. I think they have it as a ground level.
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
still there. It's all wonderful. You can do most of your Thursday must haves being at the Cortland Grand at the basement level, because you can do badges, you can do disability services. If you have someone now that wants to buy something like a full
Yep.
badge or something, somebody all of a sudden said, "Hey, I did get the weekend off." You're like, "Well, I don't know if you can still get it online, but if not, you can do it here and it'll be fine. Just bring your credit."
yeah, if
So
badges
just
aren't
FYI,
capped, you're good to go.
if badges aren't
Right.
capped, which again, at some point, y'all,
And guys, when you're
Oh,
using the app,
yeah.
look around for the accessible features, because every year we consult with the app
Mm-hmm.
developers on making sure that people can see the graphics and get access to the information that they know in the app.
Mm-hmm.
And our designers go overboard. We've helped choose contrast colors, which is a big thing for our folks with visual impairments, right?
Hmm.
Um,
Yep.
I do want to make sure we talk about service dogs, because if I don't, someone's going to come get me, and that would
Oh,
be the
yeah.
Oh, I
boss
know
that
exactly
uses
who's
one.
going to come get you.
Let's
And yeah,
let's
you
get
better
those
watch
dogs
out.
out of the way.
Right. So, for those folks that are wondering, service animals are welcome in Dragon Con convention space. The definition of a service animal is a dog that is trained, or a dog or a miniature horse. I got to make sure I get that. Dog or a
Yeah.
miniature horse that is specifically trained to perform a service for a person with a disability. Those dogs have the right to be in public wherever humans normally go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we at Dragon Con want to encourage people, right, to come to Dragon Con, and that means bringing their service animals. We encourage those folks to come and see
Yep.
us. We will provide your service animal with a ribbon that they can wear on their harness, their leash, their collar, whatever it is you want,
Mm-hmm.
so that other Dragon Con volunteers will know that the two mystical questions about service animals have already been asked. So
Right.
therefore, they won't stop to ask you them. For those people that want to know what the questions are, is this for a disability? Question one. And two, what service is the dog trained to perform? Right? Those are the only two questions anybody can ask you about your service animal.
Right.
Now, that having been said, other types of animals, which we refer to as assistance animals,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
You can have them in your hotel room, but not in convention space.
Right. And
It's really important
mm-hmm.
that if you're approached and you're asked the questions, you have to answer them, because if you can't, then we've got the right to ask you to take the dog and go back to your room.
Right. And that is,
Okay?
remember what Todd said earlier. It's trained service animals. Okay. I understand that we all love our pets, and even when they're jerks, we love them. But saying that this 5-pound Chihuahua is a service animal, and you're gonna they're going to ask, what has your service animal been trained to do exactly? You better be ready to answer that. Because I have a Chihuahua Terrier mix, I can tell you right now, being irritating and yet sometimes amazingly cute is about the definition of their training. So
I want to be I
yeah,
want to be particularly clear about something here.
yes, please.
We will eject you and your animal from the convention if you provide threatening action to another service animal or an attendee.
Ooh,
This is
that's
not
Now,
important.
allowable. It's not acceptable
a,
at any level. You gotta go.
a threatening action is a lunge, which
Hmm.
is out of the control of the handler, right? A snap
Right.
or a bite, right? Just because a dog barks does not mean
Correct.
that another service animal or an assistance animal has caused a problem, right? Your dog's got to be under the handler's control, in good health, and exhibiting good behavior, right? To that end, there is a
Yes.
strike system. If
Oh,
someone if someone reports your dog, observes your dog in bad behavior, right? They're
mm-hmm.
going to punch that thing we give you, and 3 punches, and you're out.
Okay. Y'all need to
Now,
hear that. It's 3 strikes and you're out, just like in baseball.
for for our service animal um companions, right? Really
Mhm.
helpful that you remember that your dog needs quiet and food and water and rest just like you do. And what we
Oh, yeah.
found is when there are incidents with service animals, it's because we haven't taken the time to take them outside. We haven't taken the time to take them back to the room and reduce the noise. And
Mhm.
the dog gets stressed out, just like we get stressed out. Dog gets stressed out, wrong thing happens, right? And all of a sudden it's an incident. So we encourage everybody to take care of their service animals just like they would take care of themselves.
Better,
Right.
please.
Now,
Better,
I only have
usually, I would hope. Take a nap.
now
They need a nap.
now Lee's gonna help me with this last one.
Uh-oh.
What do I hate more than anything else in a ballroom after the show starts? What do I hate?
I
No,
barking dogs?
no, what kind of photography?
Oh,
Oh,
no flash photography. None. And guess why? Because there are people who are epileptics and that can cause a problem. And number 2, from a functional standpoint, your camera ain't gonna do crap in a ballroom. There are too many lights. Your flash is not gonna help you at all. Okay,
Right.
so
So
don't.
don't.
There's just no reason. Don't.
It's it's really important that we remember that no flash photography is not just a thing we say just to keep contract holders and
Right.
people we have agreements with happy. It's a thing about protecting the rights of people with
Mm-hmm.
disabilities because Lee and I have both been in panels where someone has had a seizure because a whole bunch of people ignored the no flash photography rule and
Mm-hmm.
they got tripped out.
Right.
So
And
let us remember no flash photography.
no flash photography. And it'll say this on the back of your badge, folks. It's somewhere on there in that little print that says no
Mhm.
flash photography.
Just don't do it.
Um,
It's just basically just don't. And check your cell
just don't.
phones when you go to check your pictures. Make sure that your flash is turned off. You're not going to need it indoors anyway.
No.
Just don't.
And,
Just don't.
and it just don't. And it really, in those ballrooms, even if you're on the front row, it's not going to help. It's
No,
just not.
Ser-
It doesn't do
Seriously,
any good.
Alex, seriously, Alex the Velociraptor told you. What more advice do you need?
the Lord of Squid has spoken. The Master of Teeth Ogrid.
I'm sorry. All I can now see, all I can now see is disability service having their own dragon that's actually a velociraptor.
Hey, you ought to see the nails.
there was a question earlier if being turned into a
Oh,
velociraptor is considered a disability.
Being turned into a velociraptor is an imposed disability. Being born as a velociraptor is an inherited disability. And if you want to
oh,
know why, look at their front limbs.
Itty bitty tiny.
Yeah, you just
Well,
can't
I was
really
gonna say
you
you
can't
were
punch people with limbs like that, and that's a real drawback. Now the kicks are
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
As many people
And
as you want
and
to punch on a daily basis.
I mean, so
and
many.
Right.
biting is not really that's not an activity we want to see either with any
Not before 10 p.m.
velociraptors or
No.
anything else. Not before 10 p.m. and then only with sane, keep it sane, safe, and consensual. Okay,
Uh,
Velocipaster. Ooh,
that was a great
I
movie,
look.
Sans my
by the way.
yeah,
That's a
Velocipastors
movie.
are safer than regular pastors. They have shorter arms. Anyway,
that's it. That's right.
Okay, well, I'm having problems with this velociraptor thing. It's very
No,
bad.
it's no
So
problems.
Yes.
so so Alex, you want
Yes.
you want to let them know about your little contribution to Skynet?
I've got a couple of things I actually wanted to point out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop them into the chat here. Firstly, despite the fact that I know there are billions and billions of people out there who want to watch this video and listen to us ramble on,
Which is
sometimes
fun.
you just want to get the punchy, quick pitch, right? To that end, I've with the aid of my slave minds, I have created your quest for Dragon Con, which is a video
Ooh,
up on YouTube.
okay.
Uh, it is about 6-7 minutes, basically an introduction to Dragon Con from a disability services perspective.
Very cool.
It touches on the basics, what we do, where we're at, what the tags are, all the good stuff, just in and out quickly with a little bit of visual flash. However, if that's not enough for you, if you have further questions, if you would like to interact with something, but frankly don't want to deal with human beings, and why would you? I have created Intercom, which is our slave mind artificial intelligence, which knows everything there is to know, at least publicly, about disability
Mm-hmm.
services and a great deal of Dragon Con, in fact. It is available via the link. You can also, on that link, you'll see a studio tab that actually links to a audio like a podcast, sort of like this, except it's dynamically generated, and there is an interactive mode. You can push the button, put up your hand if you need to ask a question or want to ask a question of the presenters. Then you can do so aloud. You don't have to type, and they will answer your question and finish the bit. I'm
Very good.
very pleased with the tools that
Plan
I've
is
been
your
able to
best
leverage,
friend.
and
Yeah,
I'm
the
And I
convention
think
hoping.
isn't just long,
Yeah, yeah.
it is physically
no, I think
huge.
this is great,
This
except
kingdom
don't
of
the
DragonCon
Skynet part.
stretches
This is
across
absolutely
6
wonderful. And
city
John is
blocks in
showing this
downtown
for
Atlanta.
people
And oh
watching.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's built on a
Um,
pretty
I needed
this
to
is a
do the
part of it.
subtitling
This is
myself. It was kind of a pain in the butt, but it was pretty easy. Once you've got
that's
like
true.
once you've got an entire team of artificial intelligences
Mm-hmm.
serving you, everything's
Right.
much easier.
So for those
That's
people
not
that
good.
want to
Not
talk, for
good.
those people that want to talk to humans that
Ugh.
have listened to us talk, right, and say, I have a question. The great thing about the community of people with disabilities that come to DragonCon is that we help out each other. We are
Yes.
the model definition of what they call the peer philosophy. We are con goers with disabilities that help each other out.
Mhm.
DragonCon's got a Discord channel. You can
Yep.
go to the ask questions. You can trigger the bot, right? Myself or Cherie Wren or Poppy, right? We'll get in
Yep.
there and answer your question. You can go to the DragonCon with Disabilities official Facebook group and you can pose a question, right?
Mhm.
Um, and
Do you have an
not only
I'm sorry.
will go ahead.
Do you have an FAQ on that, or is it
There's one on the
just
wiki, interestingly enough.
there's one on the
There's one
wiki?
on the
But
wiki.
Awesome.
but if you have a
Hey, there you
question,
go.
just pop over to Intercom and ask it. It's just as easy.
Go to Intercom. Or you can
But
go to this Facebook group and
yep,
an
Ugh.
official will answer.
Ugh.
and your fellow congoers will tell you all about their experiences,
Oh
Mhm.
right?
yes, they will.
I've watched 3 or 4 questions go by today. I am tremendously honored by the trust that the community has in working with each other to help us get through DragonCon. So
Right. Well, and we just I want to ask two big questions right now, and then John wants to say something about elevators that he says each and every year, and it's very, very true.
I'm waiting. I've
But
been waiting.
Oh yeah.
okay, number one is if I need ASL, do I have to bring my own interpreter, or can DragonCon assist with that?
ASL interpreters are provided by DragonCon, right?
Mm-hmm.
But where the ASL interpreters go is based on what the deaf attendees say they want, and we only have a certain number of interpreters. So it's really important if you need ASL to come and see us at Disability Services, because we have an ASL subdepartment that keeps the schedule as to where the ASL interpreters are and where they need to be, right? So if you need ASL, DragonCon's going to help you, right? But it's going to be based on where you're going to be able to go and get ASL is going to be based on what you all jointly decide together are the panels that you want to see ASL in.
And I think that's great. I mean, I want to really, that's important, folks. It's important to do that. The other thing I wanted to say is, I'm sorry. Yes, Todd.
No, go ahead.
Well, the other thing I want to say is, remember, service animals are service. Okay. If they've got their little vest on, they're working. Don't mess with them. The hardest part I know is, especially because, first of all, little kids will come up to them without, like, pull away from their parents and are across a room, and you're trying to catch up with them. That happens, okay? But let's try to keep a hold of our children. But don't do it. It bothers the animal. It confuses the animal. It really bothers the person eating the animal, or the person the person that is being guided by the animal. So don't do it.
The last thing you need outside of Hyatt Centennial is your service animal to get distracted.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that would, yeah.
Essentially, just remember that the only thing you can pet at DragonCon are consenting adults.
That's true.
And
we allow all the listeners to take that path wherever they wanted to go, but we won't further it here.
I'm so sorry. This
John is thinking about heavy
congratulations.
petting, and it's okay. It's all right, buddy.
And Alex, congratulations. You are the second person who has made him get that red in the face and cough laugh as much as he has this season on 50 Days of Dragon.
That's what happens when I show up.
So just as John recovers, let's talk about the up and down door thingies. What are those called?
Yes.
Death boxes.
John, what are those?
Death boxes. Yeah, death boxes.
They're called, I think it's elevators, Todd. I'll help you with
that.
Correct. Elevators? Elevators.
Elevators.
So Todd, let me ask you.
Elevator.
You know, as a fully, mobile individual, I need to go down one floor. I should obviously take the elevator instead of the conveniently located stairs next to the elevator, correct?
No,
Okay.
Please don't do that.
But if somebody's waiting to get in there, frankly, obviously needs to be there.
You should clearly parkour over the edge. What are you?
Yes, well, that's true. I should cut in front of anybody. I should never make any space whatsoever, because my space is more important than others. And by the way, you should also go down to go up every single time. Is that correct, Todd?
Every time. And up to go down.
And up to go down. It is an unfortunate fact of life at DragonCon that people with disabilities who rely on the elevators, because I can't go down one stair level for an elevator, right? The insurance company won't even let me bring my manual wheelchair onto an escalator. Believe it or not, in the instruction manuals for wheelchairs, they deliberately tell you not to do that. Despite how many YouTube videos you've seen with guys that know how, right? You're not supposed to.
Yeah, wheelchair parkour down escalators isn't supposed to happen. So just FYI.
But it is
now. But it is important to remember, if you are asked by a DragonCon staffer to exit an elevator, This is not a polite request you get to ignore. Elevators are prioritized for individuals with disabilities that need them. If you are not a person with a disability and you're on an elevator and asked to get off, you need to get off. It is not a myth. This happens every year that we've had people stuck on lower levels of the Hyatt and lower levels of the Marriott for hours at a time because people won't get off to free the space to allow the wheelchair or the scooter to get on so that they can safely exit.
And
and by the way, it's just common. I want to say something else.
I
Decency.
felt it. Go ahead, say it. I'm okay with it.
Fracking.
That
you gotta struggle.
And the whole going down to go up or up to go down is not helping anyone. It's like it's like, you know, if I'll make a traffic analogy here, it's like at a zipper merge. People that either try to go too fast or go too slow, or I'm going to get in front of this guy, I'm going to get in front of that guy. It slows everybody down. So going up to go down is false. Going up to go down, going down to go up, either one, false. If you need to go up, wait for the elevator that's going up. If you need to go down, wait for the elevator that's going down. It's a matter of time before we start putting in little electrical shock things that once you get to the bottom, if you don't get off the elevator immediately, it just starts shocking people.
That just makes me want to do that.
Right. But guys, imagine needing to do something simple like get medication, right? Or meet someone to pick up your child and discover that you can't get off the floor you're in because literally 20 elevators have gone past you in your direction where no one will get off to help you.
Right.
And the vast majority of them, no one are even facing you to know you need help until you speak.
Exactly.
Right.
And
now, if you don't believe me, I'm happy to lend you a wheelchair, strap you in it, and leave you leave you on the ballroom area of the Hyatt and say you got 15 minutes, go.
He's willing to do it to be instructed. I just want to do it to watch you suffer.
Well, that's why you're the velociraptor with the headset, dude.
I mean, yes.
Okay. But just remember, folks, one of our biggest things here is don't be an a-hole. Don't be an ash-hole, as the good place would say. Don't be a jerk. And I like ash-hole because everybody's got one. I like ash-hole because I'm going to be all-inclusive. Don't do it.
It's okay to be an asshole, but choose your time. On the elevator is not the time. And in fact, if you get off the elevator when someone asks you politely to, and they have, a little bit of authority, again, this is one of those opportunities where something good could happen to you.
Right.
That next time you're standing in line there and that guy is still on elevator duty and he hates it because it's the most boring thing at the con, he'll remember the fact that you were cooperative and pleasant. And, you might find an opportunity that wasn't there before. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying that's a good way to bet.
It's possible. And it's very important for this, folks. I can't tell you how many times I'm very loud if I need to be. Nobody who knows me would say that's not possible. Pretty much a lot of people, and I think I just broke John because now he's laughing and trying not to.
I mean, of all the mild things that have been said on this, understated things that have been said on this podcast, I can be loud if I need to be is probably one of the most understated things.
Are you suggesting that Lay is like a gas and will expand to fill all available volume?
Yes, my voice will.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Let's check.
Yes. So I'm gonna tell you, hey, let's move up of there. I do everything possible not to take an elevator at Dragon Con. Now, I am somebody who does have mobility issues. Mine is just I can kind of sway sometimes. I can just, my legs are like, yep, nope, we're not walking anymore. You
She's
need
so
to
gimpy,
sit your
folks.
butt down. Right. This all happens, folks. These
gimpy.
are what things that are happening. These are the disabilities that you don't see. Okay.
And
But it happens.
and to that
Yes.
point, I know we're all, especially when you get to late Saturday or Sunday, obviously on Monday really isn't, but we're all tired. We've all
Mhm.
been worn out. Staying alert and aware of your surroundings is becomes more and more of a struggle. But I guess the point is, when you're on the elevator, be aware of your surroundings,
Please.
that there are people trying to get in, or somebody's trying to, heck, even just somebody that's just trying to get out from the back of the elevator. You need to,
Oh
you need
my
to be
goodness
aware of just on a
gracious,
regular
Bob.
basis, right? So my point, I guess my point is that yeah, we get it. Sometimes you're going to forget. Sometimes it's going to happen. But do your, as we all say, do your best. And, if you see something, say something. If you see somebody that needs help,
Mhm.
Offer the
Help
help,
them out. Yeah.
and sometimes they don't need any help. Maybe they're just standing there because they like watching people's doors open and close all day
I
long.
mean,
Maybe that's
sometimes you just want to stare there at people.
yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, you just want to be right in front of them staring at them.
I would
So I'm
never.
being
Because
reminded.
Alex is a bit weird. Because that would probably
Only
be
a
Alex's
bit?
hobby.
Come on.
Well, I was trying to be nice. I was
No.
trying not to be an asshole.
We're an honest
Uh,
bunch here.
my
Okay,
my
so
learned
yes,
counsel,
sorry.
my learned counsel before she stepped away reminded
Uh-huh.
me that I need to make sure we talk a little bit about America Smart.
Yes, we do.
Right.
Oh yes, because you got to
yes.
talk about gaming, and yes, we actually had that on our list, and we just got dinged. We kind of got sidetracked.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for those folks that don't know, the entrance for people with disabilities, if you've got a sticker from our department, right, and you want to be
Mhm.
able to get into America Smart quickly and efficiently, that door is not in building 2, that door is in building 3. I know that this is controversial for a lot of the folks in our community because of the different walk and the different path you have to take.
Right.
I'm going to be very straightforward. Like I said in our Facebook chat about this, the entrance at building 2 is not safe for people using mobility devices. That problem is not something that is within Dragon Con's power to fix. Don't email me and tell me that they should. Um, it's a battle between the city of Atlanta and America's Mart, and Dragon Con is just kind of sitting in the middle of it, taking the blame. So we recognize that if you want to get in quickly, right, building 3 is where you go. And this year there's going to be signage, there's going to be rest areas. You're going to be able to navigate that. Now, if you're really concerned about building 2, you can still enter into building 2, but you're going to need to wait in line to get to the door of building 2 to enter, right? Your only priority to be able to immediately enter is in building 3.
Mhm.
Or if you happen to be a person with a disability who's volunteered with us for more than 5 years, right, and has
Right.
a speed pass QR code, right?
There you go.
I completely understand that a lot of folks aren't happy, but we need to be able to keep people safe. So this is what we're doing.
Yes, and that is a thing between America's Mart and the city of Atlanta. It is also a thing because the city of Atlanta is notoriously, and I will say notoriously, they can come after me, terrible about infrastructure support and needs. And they try to pass the buck on it 24/7, 365.
And
So
since we're talking about the DS entrance in Building 3, I actually quite like it. Mainly because I don't want to stand out in the sun like 2 hours trying to get into Building 2. That sucks. The problem with the entrance to Building 3 is not getting into the building. That's pretty straightforward. It's not even getting to the elevator. That's pretty straightforward. It does have a particularly hill-like ramp inside. So if you are in a wheelchair, in a manual drive wheelchair, Just steel yourself or find a minion who can push you and get you
Yep.
up that hill inside the building. On the positive
Now,
side, you're inside the building.
Which
right,
means
the
there's
thing
air
about that,
conditioning.
right, the thing about that ramp, right, is that only people that are working in the mart and disabled people are allowed to be on it, right?
Hmm.
So, and there are, for those people that are paying attention to what you need, there are handrails
Yes.
on that are going to help you get yourself up if you need them, or keep you safe if you need to get assistance, right? Again, something that was done way before the passage of the ADA in terms of its design. And in addition to crossing a building, they needed to do a floor change. So they didn't do it level like most of the other habit trails that we have in Dragon Con. Right.
Because heaven forbid they think ahead.
Well,
Sorry.
it was the 70s. What are you going to do, right? They had
Pretty
to
much.
think
I mean,
ahead.
we were smoking in cars and not buckling our seatbelts. So
That's right.
That's right.
We were living
And
big.
and
Right.
and, and leaving our kids on the shelf underneath the back window.
Best
I
place.
slept there. I slept there many a
That's
time.
right.
In
That's
an
right.
a big old Oldsmobile. I loved it.
in the back
So
of
if you're
a
So-
going to the America's Mart, just be aware that's a situation.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
it's better than it could be. And believe me, you don't want to turn over driving your scooter along the cut at the front of building 2.
No.
Join us at building 3, having a good time.
There you go.
Absolutely.
And that's very important too. But I just, again, and I want to thank all of the volunteers overall, but especially the volunteers with disability services. Sometimes they have some of the people get frustrated, and sometimes they have to use the bestest patience and the bestest customer service ever, and they do it all with a smile, or if not a smile, at least they don't bite you like a velociraptor would.
I mean, I have a really good derogatory sneer that I keep in
No,
after that.
no,
No.
I mean,
No, 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 no.
no, 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 no.
No.
All right. So
The
again,
derogatory sneer is not authorized.
I
it is
mean,
not.
only
It's not acceptable.
only to be deployed against department heads and captains. I understand. Whatever.
Alex,
That's right.
Alex, I will tell Cherie on you.
Cherie knows.
Yes, I know she does. Actually,
so
she
knows.
just hopes for the best
They keep
and
me in
prepares for
keep
everything
me
else.
in reserve just as
So
a deployable weapon. It's fine.
I want to share something with you guys that um that we in disability
Mhm.
services have been dealing with for a while now. Cherie Wren, longtime director of disability services, is no longer, right?
I mean,
She
she's alive.
retired, right?
Oh, she retired. I did not know she had retired yet. But okay.
Hold on. Her replacement is Sherry, spelled the exact same way as Cherie,
Oh,
Newton, right?
okay.
We call them Yes Dog and No Dog to separate them. I wonder why that might be, right? And
I wonder.
we had this thing all the time. We call them by the wrong name, right?
Constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about, I'm going to tell Cherie on you. Yes, Cherie is one of our volunteers this year. Her focus is events, like the masquerade is like one of her things. She's also one of our social media and Discord guardians,
Okay.
right? But she doesn't run the department anymore. That is Sherry Yes Dog Newton.
Yep.
Right. Who also, by the way, would sick her dog on you if you use the grimace.
That's
You
correct.
know that.
But her dog loves
Oh.
me, so that's fine.
You know, Sam, the only thing you got to do with that is add an E on the end of that name, and you've probably got it right.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
CHERIE.
It makes
I
maintaining
know.
the wiki so much easier to only have
There we go.
people only got to change the last names. Everything's fine.
All right.
But
Okay.
doesn't that
So
lead
have
to
we hit
sending
everything we
emails to the
needed to
wrong
hit?
people, though? Typically.
Nope. Disability services at dragoncon.com
At
always goes to the
dragoncon.org.
right place.
Yeah, we'll definitely get
okay,
to the
there
right
you go.
people. Yep,
Disability services at dragoncon.org. It will get
that's
to
correct.
whoever needs to read it.
Yep.
Very cool. Also, okay, so now, John, Are we ready to play a game?
Yeah, go ahead and keep chatting, and I'll send.
That'll be good. And I don't know, Alex, how you're going to play with your little tiny Velociraptor arms, but ha.
We talking some Jackbox, baby?
We are talking some Jackbox.
Hey, I don't know anybody who's run like 100-player games of Jackbox online around here.
No,
100 player?
no. The Velociraptor would certainly not know that.
No, certainly
No.
not.
I'm sorry. All I can see is that you actually at con wear a Velociraptor head with headphones on it and just like
no. No. I'm far more dangerous than that.
You're not going to be in those little dinosaur onesie things, right?
Oh no, I'm again
over there.
much worse than that. It's going to be horrible.
Oh,
I'm actually at some level cosplaying. It's going to be hilarious.
cannot wait.
Excellent.
Okay, John, we're still
yeah,
here.
hold on, I'm putting in the code. Give me a second.
You guys,
That's fine. Let's just say again, Todd, where can people find disability services if they go to the Grand Portland, the Cortland Grand, whatever?
Cortland Grand. You're going to find us in the Capitol Ballroom at the Cortland Grand. Remember where you used to go right, you now go left, right? Come into the building, go left, find the Capitol Ballroom right next to robotics, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you're good to go. If that's there we go. I'm going to see if I can
keep
get
in
into this
mind
game. Hold on.
that we're in the Capitol, so the easy way to remember that is where are capital crimes committed? Disability services.
No. Well, okay. Do you want to remember it that way?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say
now.
I just want to say to Yes Dog, No Dog, and Regina, I didn't say that. That was all Alex, and that's
That's correct.
Alex,
and I didn't specify which ones. So we're in the clear. We're good.
Uh-huh.
We're good.
Mm-hmm.
My NSA handler knows nothing.
No such agency. All right. Yeah. So has everybody, the three of us, got our Jackbox up?
Give me just a second. I've got to pull up the Facebook thing, but make sure I can't. No. Where are you streaming the?
You see the little chat we've got where you put your stuff?
I got it. I see it. It's now up on the screen. Cool. I got you. I got you.
All right. While they're doing that, I'll remind everyone that all the links that Alex shared and Todd have shared, I will have in the post for this podcast, and also on the YouTube video in the comments once upload it. And
then you can
email us at 50days@theuniquegeek.com, or leave voicemail that we will inevitably ignore at 813-3210-TUG. That's 813-3210-884.
Okay. And just
is it?
Oh yeah.
And hide. Okay. Those in the audience, if you want to join, we do have 5 today. Grace.
And so I can't. It's very quiet right now, but yes,
because I have the.
No, I'm all good with the quiet while we're doing this. But
waiting for.
Okay, so
XVKP is the code up. We're full.
That was quick.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we're going in. Playing Time Jinx again.
This is Time Jinx, a game that will test your knowledge of history and my willingness to hang out with you all. Wish me luck.
Another few.
Okay, weirdos. We will
Alex's
travel
friend.
for 3.5 rounds. Let's do it.
All right.
Ready for your first challenge?
Yes, I am.
I'll give you some help. It happened during this period. Punch in your dates now.
Travel to the year President Grant is arrested for speeding in a horse-drawn carriage. Sometime between 1850 and 1910. President
hey,
Grant,
You can join the audience at any time by entering the room code.
who I didn't even know was a president, because I went to public school, was arrested.
I, of course,
for
have no
speeding.
sense of time, so this is going to be very difficult.
Ulysses S. Grant, John.
Who is that again?
No, forget it.
He's
Wow.
some dude. Civil
guy?
War. Some dude.
Civil
Pretty
War,
I
like
what's
went to
that?
public school too. by the way.
Some drunk
Check
general
out
that
where you
became
all were in the
president.
timeline.
Very true.
All right.
Very true on that part too.
1856 has a jinx and 1865 has a jinx.
Oh, wow.
And the audience thinks it's 1883. 1872 is a
Your
correct
score is
answer.
how many total years you're off on these missions.
Surprisingly
The lower,
close.
The better.
Pal family was very close.
I got you all a little something. It's a new mission.
Huh.
Travel to the year televangelist Jim Baker is indicted on federal charges.
There we go. Give it a little more gas.
Travel to the year televangelist Jim Baker is indicted on federal charges between 1970 and 2000.
I have sinned against you.
Kids, ask your parents who Jim Baker is.
Yeah.
Actually, ask your grandparents who Jim Baker is.
Makes me
1988,
feel old.
1991 are popular. 1988 is perfect. Oh,
Bam.
Simon get it right on the nose.
If there's anything I know about, it's public hypocrisy.
Travel to the year WikiLeaks is founded by Julian Assange. WikiLeaks is founded by Julian Assange in the year 1905 or year.
Certainly not a man we've ever kept locked up in an embassy at any point.
Mm-mm.
He's available for bar mitzvahs.
I hear he needs a maid.
Mm-mm.
See, John gets it.
No good again, Alex. Thanks.
My power.
WikiLeaks is founded by Julian Assange sometime between the year 1995 and 2010. And the correct answer is
Oh, wow.
Jinx in 1998 and 2000. 2006, Simon hits it on the nose.
What?
The audience had
Way to go,
2009.
Simon. Wow. That really hurt. That was painful.
It's time to time hop.
Let's do the time hop again.
Okay, we're in the
Turn this song
1970s.
off. Disco sucks.
Turn this song off. Disco sucks. Hey, I like the Go-Go's, or hey, I like the Eagles, or hey, I like the BJs.
PG.
Jeez. Jeez.
Cancel the stream! Cancel the stream!
That was the right response. Yeah.
This should have been your
Ah, bah, 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 bah.
Okay, hey, I
Let's
like
see
the
what
Bee
audience
Gees.
selected. Let's keep the
You
party
like
going in a new decade.
Okay.
All right, 1980s. Back to the 1980s.
Ah.
What's the dealio? Who killed the lights?
Oh, no.
What's the dealio? Who killed the lights? Sorry, it was the clapper. Sorry, it was the Instamatic. Sorry, it was the slap chop.
I don't know.
What's-
I applied it directly to my forehead. Late night infomercials. Man, the things that you didn't know that you would miss when they were gone.
Yeah, the
True.
incredible
They're still
Hand-Hammer
on.
Walk.
They're just on their own channel now. Sorry, it was the clapper.
Yes.
Sorry,
Well,
I had the
that's
clapper.
on to the next decade.
Now we're traveling to the 2010s.
Double rainbow.
Double rainbow. All the
Ah.
way, all the time,
Yeah.
all the feels.
Hits me right in the feels.
Oh, it's taking a lot of
Who's
time to
currently
play
leading?
this.
Carrie's currently.
Oh,
I
got
All
that
the
wrong.
way
Use
was
up
the
your
correct
score
answer.
If you manage to blend in.
Okay. And looks like
Let's see who's winning with the lowest score.
Barry is currently in the lead with 7 points. Pal family.
Oh, my comfortable seat in last place.
Woohoo! Somebody's got to hold it down.
I'll get down there with you, Todd. Don't just wait.
Wow, you're gonna get down there with him.
Millions of people form a human
Type in your
chain
dates now.
for Hands Across America between 1980 and 1995. I lived through it, and I could not tell you when it was.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one.
I have the feeling that it was sort of a time frame of like. Wait a second.
I can see the commercials
Yeah.
in my head, but
I can't even remember news stations like having like local news stations having.
Oh, yeah.
You went in time.
Let's
So I
see.
remember when.
86 is popular. Okay, see, I was already going to say 84, which, by the way, I think was outside of the range anyway. 86 is perfect. Lee
I'm only
in the
off by a
audience got
decade.
it on the note.
fine.
Let's keep
I
this
kind
train
of remembered it was
choo-choo.
during high school.
Ha!
The U.S. government confirms the existence of Area 51. Is it somewhere between the time of 1990 and 2020? The U.S. government confirms the existence of Area 51. I mean, how could they not have
remember the guys-
confirmed that it existed?
Do you remember the guys Naruto running into it? I do.
Yeah, there was that. Yeah,
Yes.
that whole
That thing.
rush Area 51 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking those guys have, advanced heavy machine guns. Please continue.
That is really not a good idea. No,
I'm here for the
yeah.
violence.
Do it. Do it.
Yes.
I say.
All right, let's see.
Let's see how
And
badly I can screw this up.
funny, audience.
In the audience.
Todd has nailed it with 2013.
2013. Woohoo!
Which was, interestingly enough, the last
I have
time I did the show.
conspiracy theorists that work for me.
Guys, I
You-
think we might
you
have some
good.
food here. That alarm means there's an imposter running around. We gotta fix this. Oh no! The real Beethoven and his evil clone from an alternate timeline are here. Clock's ticking. Pick the real one.
Okay, which Beethoven? I composed the magic flute, or I composed? I composed too. You could have composed. Who knows? I'm trying to
think I got that wrong.
delay saying
Good
El-
Elise.
Yeah, whatever.
For Elise.
It's
For Elise.
German. It's German. Like Hulk
Well, it
with
has
things from Europe.
Umlaut, so therefore it's automatically cool.
Umlauts. That's
Yeah,
good, that's a good
umlauts.
name, too.
One of your
Well, so is
children took
Beethoven, so-
German, right? John?
What's that?
One of your
yes,
children
I-
took German.
If
Well,
you got that one
yeah.
right, you've earned a
yeah,
score
that's true.
deduction.
It's also true that I did marry a German.
Oh, that
It's
is
also
true as
true.
well.
I know-
That is true.
I
Now
know
that we've
zero
dealt with
German
that,
besides
let's
nine.
move on.
Nine?
Mission
How many
All I
do you
hear
want?
from
Nine?
What?
Pow pow.
Submarine sinks a ship in the battle for the first time. Between 1830 and 1890, when was the first time a ship was sunk by a submarine?
It's an interesting question. Because first you have to ask yourself, when were submarines invented?
And next, why did someone put a torpedo on it?
Oh, well, that's easy. To kill people. Why do we do anything?
Simplest question to answer.
Yeah, really.
Oh, I went off the window. I went off the.
God.
1830,
go off on the window.
1890. It's Todd's going outside of. Todd said, "I don't apply. These rules don't apply to me."
I'm
1910.
beyond.
No. Yeah.
My timeline.
Wow.
1862 and 1860 were very popular. I don't know why 60. Very specific.
Oh.
64, 1864.
Very good.
The Monitor and the
Nice.
Merrimack.
Oh,
Watch
well,
out.
there we go.
You're in a time
Oh,
warp.
you knew
We had a
that.
history
There was
professor.
there was an
That's-
iron that was a
The time
Union
warp happens
versus
in a modified
Confederate
freezer.
vessel.
Don't think about it too hard,
Yes,
okay?
that is true.
All right. How often does the mystic village of Brigadoon appear? Every 10. Well, where's Sarah? Every 10 years, every 100 years, every 1,000 years, or every 10,000 years? How often does the mystic village of Brigadoon reappear?
That's a girl movie. I don't know any of that.
And you will get a chance to select a different answer. Right. Next question. How many times does Eminem say Slim in his song Stand? Is it 3, 7, 11, or 16? How many times does Eminem say Slim in the song Stand? 3, 7, 11, or 16?
As much as everybody wants me
No,
to, I'm not going to sing it.
Loop. You can stay with your first choice or jump ship to another.
All right.
Here's some data to mull over.
Give you a little extra hint going back to the Brigadoon question. 100% of the audience picked every 1,000 years. So everyone in the audience, which is people logged into the audience, is 1. So 100% of 1 selected 1,000 years. I mean, it's still technically 100%.
He's just
100,000 or 10,000. Didn't like your answer the first time, you can change it.
Hey.
Every 100 years was the correct answer. How many times does Eminem say Slim in his song Stand?
I have absolutely no idea. It's a guess.
Two players got this one right. We don't say who or what they picked, but 2 players did get this one right.
So it
3,
could be
7,
you,
11.
or you could be wrong.
Exactly it.
Exactly. I'm just glad I got 2 right. Because I got a big old 0 last time on this one.
The correct answer was 7.
I got it right!
Todd and Lee
Todd.
Yes.
and Simon, their backup answer was.
Very nice.
Lex, did you bowl a 0 there?
I did, because time is not my
Let's see
strong
your
point.
scores.
Simon is currently in Lee's in first place.
Wow.
Todd's right behind them.
Welcome
Wow.
to the 3rd round.
I said I'd be jumping.
Round 3.
Quick
Round
heads
3.
up, if you're not doing so hot, you'll be receiving some hints from your future self. Why doesn't your future self just tell you the answer? Well, that's between you two.
I don't
My
like you
future
that much.
self will be an asshole.
Travel to the year Fabio gets
Put in
nailed
your
by a
dates
goose
now.
while riding a roller coaster. That's not a euphemism.
Oh, I remember that.
Fabio gets
Oh,
nailed by a
God.
goose while riding a roller coaster. It's between 1995 and 2010. So
I remember it too because he had
hey, just
blood
so you
all
know,
down his
if
face.
you're on Twitch, you can get cheap viewers on Streambo. Thank you for that chat. Twitch, always helpful.
You know, killing Twitch bots is one of my greatest pleasures in life. Like, oh, can I come up with a filter that gets all of them? It's
Here's
just a
where
challenge.
everyone wound up.
Let's see. When was Fabio?
Wow.
Well,
Got
1999
double
seems to be very popular. 1999 is exactly right. So apparently, that's a touchstone in many people's lives.
Moving on.
It's the hair, man.
I just remembered it was before Y2K.
The Berlin year.
Whew.
The Berlin Wall is erected. What year was that? 1940 to 1970. Year Berlin Wall erected.
Mm-mm.
Mr. Brezhnev, tear down this wall.
Down this wall.
But put it up first because otherwise, this... just standing in front of a non-existent wall. Tear
I
this
realize it's too easy, but erected's right there on the screen.
I shot green pencil tail.
1951 is popular with 4 people. The audience seems to think it's 1945. Todd said 1960, and he was 1 year off with 1961. Was the correct answer.
On to the next mission.
Harry Houdini escaped from the year Harry Houdini escaped from this life. The pleasant way of actually it's a YouTube friendly way of saying it. 1980 to 1940. is the date ring. Harry Houdini escapes from life.
I mean, he could pick the lock on anything except his coffin.
Did
All right.
Harry Houdini die? It was just old age, right? I hope.
I thought he died in an actual trick, doing an actual trick. Okay.
I think he did.
1920 and 1925 are
Yes.
very popular. The audience seems. 1926 is the correct
I'm
answer.
way off today because
Yay! Todd and I got it. Along with, I think it might be Foul Family.
I won't say
We
how
have
far
some
behind
cleaning
Lex.
up to do.
Oh, it's supposed-
I'm way out. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Let's see.
Finally, something I know.
I'm
Mansa Musa.
Thank you. Mansa Musa was the wealthy African leader of the Kingdom Hearts. Fix it. Was it Mali Empire, Kingdom of Aksum? Again, I went or the Songhai Empire. Yes, one of those things. Again, public education.
Literally the most wealthy person on Earth ever, adjusted for inflation.
Mali
Harry
Empire.
Houdini.
Action Comics, famously known as the birthplace of Method Man. Which is it? Batman, Spider-Man, or Superman? Zan points out that somebody punched him in the stomach and he got sick and died. That's how Houdini died. He wasn't prepared for the hit.
I clicked the wrong.
Oh, that's
Superman.
just
Superman was the
bad.
correct answer.
Let's take a look at how you're doing overall.
Oh, sir. Yeah, had one of those moments. At this point, I'm just racing for the
Let's
bottom.
Take a look at the scoreboard.
Alex is in last
Making
place
it.
with 71. And Todd's in first place with 16.
Oh my God! How did I do that?
It's
Final
called being old.
task.
Well, would you look at the time? We have room for one more task. And this
Uh-oh.
time, we're headed to the future.
Here's where math is.
No.
Yeah, I did this wrong last time.
Travel to the year the ABBA Holograms released a new album. 1,000 years after the band's debut. That's between 2930 and 2980. The ABBA Holograms release a new album 1,000 years after the band's debut. 2930 or 2980. 2980.
1980 would be a much further in the future. It's 40K is looking at you and going, good idea.
ABBA Hologram, 1,000 years after the band's debut. 2930 to.
And just to spice it up, I'm only handing out credit this time. The closer you are,
Yay!
the more credit you get.
Only going to get a percentage off based upon how far away you are. 2930 has a Powell family.
Wow.
2976 is Mighty Bill. And there is a Jinx 72, 2973.
Hoorah!
This translates to credit.
Oh, 40% off. 30% off for Mighty Bill. 40%. Well, if everyone gets, then what's the point of that? Sorry, pal family.
It's-
Sorry about that. I'm like,
Well, let's-
I guess
To
the
the
percentage.
score.
Final
is different
scores.
anyway. Alex is down to 43 points now, and the winner is.
Oh my God!
Let's see which one of
Oh
you
my
is
God.
least bad at this game.
Least bad at this. Yes.
and it will be
Oh my
Todd with a
God,
10.
You're a
Woo!
winner, baby. I always
We
kinda
always
knew
believed in you,
that's
Todd. We always did.
Miracles
was
do
right.
happen, Todd.
That's right.
See, this game had insufficient amounts of filth for me.
Okay.
Sufficient amounts of.
Yeah. I know what I'm good at.
Okay, so Todd, because I'm not asking the Velociraptor. Todd, where can people find disability services in person?
That would be the Capitol Ballroom at the Cortland Grand, or for your Eternals out there, the Eternals area of the Marriott on Thursday and Friday.
There you go. All right, and Alex,
Yeah.
be good. Where can people find disability services on the web?
Well, the easiest place is to go to our wiki, which is in the link that I gave you earlier. It's moved from Wikia to fandom, so
Okay.
it's kind of a long one to recite. Is the thing.
That's okay.
Dragon-
We'll figure it out, but that's good.
DragonConDS.fandom.com/wiki.
DragonConDS.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about like Facebook?
Well, they don't
Facebook
let me near
for DragonCon with disabilities. That's the official group.
Okay, there we go.
Right.
And is there any place else where? Well, you have a Discord too, which is disability services.
Disability services area at the DragonCon Discord.
There we go. Woohoo! There we go, folks. Everything you need to know. Not really, but a good bit
Some
of
things
it.
you didn't need to know, honestly.
Remember to check out Intercom if you
99%.
have questions and you just want it's the easiest, fastest way to find stuff. And if you must deal with human beings, we're around.
There you go.
Ish.
All righty.
All
All
right.
good?
Well, again, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us today. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking time out of your day. I appreciate you traveling from the past.
Well, you know, I live in the satellite of hate. It makes it real easy to come visit you guys.
So until next time, for Alex. Excuse me, hold on.
As long as I've been disconnected now, just accept it, people.
He just broke him again. That's 3 times.
It's all the vaping.
You did not break him 3 times. You only did it twice.
He's spending too much time getting high before the show. It's what I'm saying.
Probably.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him. Look at his eyes. Red. Yeah.
What was I saying again?
That's what I mean. Not entirely.
On behalf of
on behalf of Alex and Todd and Lee, this is John saying, "Peace, man. Chill. All right."
This was a production of The Unique Geek. Call our comment line at 8133210TUG. That's 81332108884. Email us at thegeeks@theuniquegeek.com or 50days@theuniquegeek.com. Follow The Unique Geek on Facebook and Twitter. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike license.
I'm thinking we should have a podcast with just Seska and Alex trying to make John lose it. I will moderate the whole thing. I think it sounds awesome.
There's no moderation. There's no
how
carbon fiber.
How far can John last?
That would probably be a good one. That would be it. Yep. And whoever does the knockout blow. Okay.